Yo, you tuned in to Guerilla Cross Radio.
Yo, what's up, and welcome to another episode of Unnamed Sports Show right here on Guerilla Cross Radio. I'm your host, Quan59, and we have, once again, another dope show for you today, talking about everything in sports, a little bit of pop culture. We might have some trivia. I had some trivia, but the trivia master isn't here, so we might have to wait. But we have an NBA preview. We're going to be giving NBA picks for the finals, MVP, all that good stuff, Coach of the Year. It's going to be a fun show today. And if our pregame show has any indication of how this show is going to go, it's going to be pretty funny. Steve is tired. Steve's working off hours of sleep. And if it's more than that, Steve, let's just leave it at an hour. It's funnier like that. Todd, who's on the show once in a while, is in a commercial. And they didn't think it was Todd. They're like, man, this dude looks a lot like Todd on this angle.
He looks a little fat in the other angle.
And then Josh is like, nah, his face is too fat. That looks like a fatter version of Todd. And they showed it to me. I'm like, that's Todd the whole time. Death Star Dave is not in the building. He fake sick. It's weird. Every time the Dodgers win a game, Dave doesn't show up. He's prepping
kryptonite.
that beard.
It's kryptonite. Dave's getting sicker as the Dodgers grow stronger.
I have a feeling Dave's going to put in his resignation Game 6 of the World Series. And we'll never see Dave on the show again. Beard over everything. Beard over everything.
Sorry, Dave. I'm slowly pulling for the Dodgers. I almost want to see naked face Dave.
I mean, who else is there who else is there that you would want to see win? I believe you're probably a Boston hater. I think most baseball fans are Boston haters.
Who is? Wait, yeah, I don't want Boston to win. Houston won last year.
And the Brewers.
I
mean, Milwaukee's a cool story. They haven't, really done anything in a long time.
No Brewers.
I know you wouldn't like that.
Nope.
But we do have Game 3 tonight. The Dodgers and the Brewers. Dodgers made a dope comeback the other day. And everyone says Brewers, if they have a lead going into the 7th inning, they're not losing the game. And Dodgers had something to say about that, Steve. Have you been watching any playoffs?
No.
Wow.
I've been watching a little bit. I didn't watch that game, though. I didn't catch that one.
All right.
Yeah. I just working in the casino and poker and it's hard to miss certain games, but then it's also hard to catch them sometimes, too.
Okay.
Because, yeah. Like,
All right, well, Steve Hollywood Huff is in the building. Got my man just in time, super early today. He's trying to make a point.
Proving a point.
He's proving a point. Josh Williams is in the building, wearing a hockey jersey for the NBA preview.
Hey, man.
I thought you were going to come in all decked out in NBA gear.
It's getting cold outside, baby.
Bro, it feels good.
These jerseys going to have to get a little longer on the sleeves.
Dude, I'm loving it out there.
That tank top is not going to work. I'm sorry.
I feel you. So, we're here for the next hour and a half. If you want to call in and talk to us, hit us up at 702-608-3259. Once again, that phone number is 702-608-3259. And we're going to talk some hockey news also. But I want to get the baseball out of the way.
Out of the way.
I mean, there's only 2 games, so we can go quick with that. It's the playoffs.
Oh, man.
Brewers and Dodgers going into L.A. tonight actually starts soon in like 13 minutes. So I think Dodgers are going to take the next 2 games at home. I think.
You have 3 games at home.
Really?
Yes.
It's 3-2-3? I didn't know that. So they're going to win the next 3 games at home. Well, I said they're going to win the next 2 games at home.
Oh, snap. Yes. Your next 3 games are at home. You have 3 shots. So win this one. The first one's the most important one. If you can get the first game, I like your chances.
Yeah.
It makes it
too.
easier. But yeah, no, listen, I said that they're the Brewers bullpen's very good. I didn't say they were unbeatable. I just said that.
Well, I'm not even saying you. That was coming from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Saying that about the Brewers, that once they're up going into the 7th or 8th inning, like they're not getting beat. But Dodgers have bats that they haven't really faced before either, you know?
No, very true. Very true.
And then the other series we have, it's the Boston and Houston. That series, what's that series at right now? That's 1-1 also.
That's 1-1.
Yeah, that's 1-1 also. They handled them pretty easy yesterday. So, I mean, I hope that series goes 7 games. I want whoever wins that series to be worn out.
Hey, I respect it.
Yeah.
I do respect it.
And listen, if you guys don't know about the beard bet, I'm telling you about the beard bet right now. My man Dave has a full beard, and we made this bet after the Major League Baseball season, right when the Dodgers lost to the Astros in the World Series. I said Dodgers are going to come back next year and win the whole thing. And I gave him all the rest of the teams in Major League Baseball. I'm taking the Dodgers. He had every other team. Dodgers are 5. Lie. Dodgers are 7 wins away from Dave having to shave his beard. And I think we're going to do that live in the studio on the show, or else he's going to have to come in, go in the bathroom and shave, and then come back. But, yeah, I think everyone's excited to see Naked Dave's beard. He's not going to be naked, just his face is.
Thank you for clarifying. Because
it's always good. Yeah. I'm not trying to see Dave naked.
Yeah.
Here or otherwise.
Yeah, with or without a beard.
Oh, my goodness.
Naked Dave.
Wow.
Sounds like a band.
Sounds like a band. What kind of bands do you listen to, Steve?
Not one's named Naked Dave. I'm just saying.
Wow. All right. Hopefully Dave calls in, so there's not so much dead air. 702-608-3259. If anybody else that's watching live right now wants to call in, hit us up. We're going to be talking about NBA coming up soon. NFL Week 6 recap, and we're going to be picking tonight's game, Monday night, Green Bay versus the 49ers. My favorite team, San Francisco 49ers. Are you having problems with your live?
Yeah, that was what was going on. I apologize. For some reason, my sound wasn't working, so everyone was like, "We can't hear you." I was like,
"Is it working now?"
No, I sent everybody to Guerilla Cross.
Oh,
it's all right. Maybe there'll be a flood of Guerilla Cross there.
And as I look down, the viewers are going up.
Good.
A couple people have come aboard.
It's been at 8 for 5 minutes.
Do it.
It's all right. It's gonna grow.
I look down.
It's gonna grow.
Well, Desiree said she's here till you fix your sound.
No, it's all right. Tell her. Yeah.
I'm glad you like to just watch Josh and not the rest of us, Desiree.
Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta follow it.
So if you're here watching the live broadcast because of Josh, welcome.
Welcome to the
There's
live.
actually real audio. There's cameras. There's graphics.
There's graphics. You have our names under them.
They're like, oh my gosh, they have like a real show.
This is terrific.
I thought it was just Josh and like his friends in the background talking about sports. Like Josh was the only one with a microphone.
Me in Josh's garage.
Oh my god!
Just
That'd be a
talking.
nice garage though.
Hey, we were in Quan's garage way back when.
We were
way back when.
3 years ago, 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Got to start somewhere, baby.
Man,
that garage was big though.
It was. Shout out to Vegas Frank.
Yeah.
And the whole Poor Sports family.
Dun, dun, dun.
All of me, Quan, Frank, and
that was about it.
Todd.
Did Todd ever really?
I think Todd did it a couple times.
Okay. Yeah. Poor Sports Show turned into the Unnamed Sports Show. We went from having a name to not having a name. We went backwards.
Hey.
All right, so we're going to jump into NFL Week 6 recap. A lot of good games, a lot of crazy games. Conor McGregor is the difference in the NFL. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, he
Oh,
was at the
God.
Cowboys game, and he energized that whole team. They were all doing the McGregor walk.
Whoa. It's the billionaire shuffle. is
Yeah,
what
whatever
it is.
it's called.
The billionaire strut.
Oh gosh, it's got a name.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And look, and it was the funniest thing was I actually watched when Ariel Helwani came up with it. And then and like two people were like, "Oh yeah, that's a good name." And then like I started seeing it everywhere, and I was like, "Dang, he literally just said that like yesterday. That's really good."
That's funny.
That is the
Oh
power of
my
ESPN right
gosh.
there. You can say something, and then that joint just
Oh, yeah.
becomes the thing.
Definitely.
I thought that was really funny.
Definitely.
Wow.
So the Cowboys, I mean, they dominated in their game yesterday.
They did.
What do you guys think about the Jags? Because I kind of wasn't a fan of them even at the beginning of the season. I didn't think they were going to do what they did last year. But everybody was telling me, no, they're going to be good. Their defense, Blake Bortles is good. Blake Bortles to me looks very average. He makes some mistakes. He doesn't do a lot of great things. He maintains, but they got dominated yesterday by a Dallas team that's kind of been struggling. Dallas is 3-0 at home, 0-3 on the road, so obviously they feel a lot better at home. But 40-7, that's a little extreme playing the AFC finalists last year.
All I'll say is this. Yeah, the Jags look bad, but as bad as they look, they're still tied for first in their division.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And their division is hot trash. The Colts, who would think that the Colts would still be this bad with Andrew Luck?
Well,
I mean, and Andrew Luck got outplayed by Darnold yesterday heavily.
The Colts are in the cellar at 1-5. Everyone else is tied at 500 at 3-3. So the Jags they're in a solid spot to continue. Like basically the AFC South is very similar to the NFC East. Everyone's really, really tight together. No one has shown anything.
Yeah.
So your season really hasn't started. Your season is still okay. Even if you've played so poorly, they rattle off 2 or 3 wins and they're in the driver's seat for the division again. So their defense is I think that they may have lost a little mojo from last year, but they're still in a very, very good place. They still have Jalen Ramsey. They still have I think the bigger loss is just Leonard Fournette hasn't been right. I think when he gets better, it helps Bortles a lot.
Yeah.
So
I think Bortles sucks. Like, this is inevitably what it comes to. Like, he sucked last year. Nobody watched them play and thought, oh, Bortles is great. Like, every game it was like, please, Bortles, don't mess this up. Like, just get 1 or 2 touchdowns, get us close enough for a field goal, do whatever. Bortles sucks. Everybody knows this. The problem is people have short-term memories in sports. So this season, when he had 1 or 2 games, everybody all of a sudden forgot and was like, oh, we're looking at a new Blake Bortles. No, you're not. It's the same guy who sucked last year, and he's really not much better, if any better, this year. And their defense is winning. So the defense is not even as good as it was last year, I don't think. But that's kind of, I think, what keeps them in games, keeps them close. It keeps them pumped up. When the defense does good, the offense does a little better. But, I mean, dude, like, the Cowboys have sucked this year. Like, that's not a question. They have not been great. They have not been good. To get blown out 40-7 by the Dallas Cowboys, I don't care if Conor McGregor was there and playing. Like, it doesn't make
That
sense.
probably would have made him a little worse.
yeah,
I don't know if you saw his
for
throw.
eyes did see his throw, and
Yeah.
that listen. But that I will say one thing that one angle that we saw was really bad, and then I saw it from another angle, and I was like, oh, it looks okay. He's left-handed. Left-handed people, everything
He
looks.
didn't look like he was supposed to be left-handed.
Everything you did say that in the chat group. You were like, I don't know if he's supposed to throw left-handed.
I don't think he knew.
I hate you so much.
I don't think he knew.
That was funny when you said that. When you said that was pretty funny. I had to chalk that one up. I gave you that one. That was pretty good.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, but I think the NFL in general, though, I mean, you have Kansas City, who actually lost their first game last night in New England. Pretty high-scoring game. A lot of defense there. And then the Rams. Everyone else, all the divisions are close because no one's really playing great.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like all the way across the board in the NFL. There's a team that might be 1-5, that could make the playoffs.
In the right division, the right division for sure.
Exactly, because no one is dominating any of their divisions except, like I said, the Rams and Kansas City.
Do you feel the Colts are completely out of it? If Andrew Luck wakes up,
I don't like the Colts.
I don't like them either. But I'm just saying, if Andrew Luck is as good as everyone claims he is, then they can easily rattle off 4 wins.
I thought it was going to take him a year to come back and actually be good again. So this year, to me, is like keep playing, practice, and then let's see what if Andrew Luck ever comes back being who everyone thought he was going to be. Who he definitely had some great years, but he's been hurt.
I never really thought he was that great. Personally,
I was about to say that.
I always thought he was better than average, but not as great as everyone. Like they gave up.
I don't like when they crown anyone too early.
Yeah, well, they gave up Peyton Manning, one of the greatest of all time. Like
who probably could have still brought them another Super Bowl.
Yeah, like if they would have put those same picks towards rebuilding the offensive line and getting Peyton some more weapons.
Yeah.
Peyton could have stayed in Indy and retired there and played those last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
They were scared off by his neck injury. He then went out to prove that the neck injury was fine. And yeah, I mean, and now they're back to a bag of beans and looking like the Colts with, fans with bags on their heads.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he is, I'm trying to just look at his stats here. I mean, he's on par to have statistically for himself anyway, kind of what's a good season for him, which is a little over 4,000 yards. Right in that range, probably his 4,000, probably about his average. But I never saw him as being one of the next great quarterbacks, like a Hall of Fame level, like Peyton Manning, Brady, you know what I mean? Put him in that conversation type of quarterback. Like, yeah, he had pretty much 3 good seasons.
He has a good name. I'll give him that.
Yeah. And
that's
then,
about
but
it.
at the same time, before he got hurt, it was a different story, though. I mean, I think he was on that pace before he got hurt.
And that's what I was about to say. I mean, his first from 2012, 13, and 14, played 16 games, threw for 4,300 yards, 3,800 yards, then 4,700 yards. Then his injury, he only played 7 games, threw for 1,800 yards. In 2016, he played 15 games, threw for 4,200 yards. So when you're looking at his numbers, they're there. And then 6 games this season, he's thrown for 1,700, which in the year he got injured, played 7 games, threw for 1,800. So he's in range. He's kind of the same guy. The problem is they're losing. The other problem is I can't remember, and maybe this is that sports short-term memory. When is the last time we saw a game that Andrew Luck kept the game close and Andrew Luck drove him down the field and they won the game? Those are the things
I don't
that
even watch Colts games like that to know.
Mean, but that's part of the thing. And most of the teams we watch either have a great defense or a great quarterback.
I'll put it right here. Andrew Luck's career quarterback rating, 87.5. That's not good.
Right.
That's not even average. That's solid. That's worse than Alex Smith. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, when people say that because he was, listen, like I said before, he was supposed to be Peyton Manning. If I pull up Peyton Manning's numbers, even in his worst years, he's still blowing Andrew Luck out off the map. And Peyton, by and large, had a lot less help. You know what I mean? It wasn't until, Marvin was always great, and then when they got Reggie,
he had less help than, like, who does Luck have right now?
Well, okay, excuse me. I misspoke as far as less help. He had help, but do you remember how bad Peyton's defenses were in Indy for many, many years? The reason he had to score was because his defense was going to give up a touchdown. Yeah. So it was like, I got to go down and get another touchdown because once they let these people on the field, they're going to score again. Yeah. So, like,
which we see that with a lot of teams. We're seeing that right now with Kansas City. We've seen that a lot with Tom Brady and the Patriots. They've always had a solid defense. They've never had.
No. Remember, beginning his first 3 Super Bowls, they had a great defense, and it wasn't really until the rules started changing and Belichick was like, I need to put more on this offensive side of the ball because they're basically making the game so you can't stop the offense. So if we stack up on offense, I know that we'll be able to win because I can still scheme enough around somebody to make them lose.
Yeah.
But yeah, just looking at his numbers are okay. They're good, but they're not
And
They're
that's
not
the thing.
insane.
When you start looking at, his interceptions, his fumbles, his
Mhm.
QBR, his actual rating, TDs, different things, it's like you see the positives, but then you start to see like, oh, that's some of these other numbers are not so impressive. So I don't know. I was never really sold on Luck. I need to see a whole lot more from him before
right.
I can. Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on. I don't want
'cause-
to talk about Andrew Luck all night.
Well,
but
He's got 8 picks in 6 games.
Yeah.
We can leave it at that.
yeah.
There we
No,
go.
like I said, he's playing horrible this year, and I figured he would with, the way they were coming out, the way he was coming off injuries.
Yeah.
Washington and Carolina, your boys did it against Carolina. A lot of people were picking Carolina to win this game, even in Washington. Washington's coming off a really bad Monday night loss to your boy Drew Brees and the Saints, but they're playing at home. And you had some beef with we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But you did have some beef with a player in this game.
Little
But
bit.
Washington came away with the game. They were a little drama at the end. They were kind of up big in the first half. They were dominating in the first half. Carolina came back a little bit.
And then we stopped scoring. That is quintessential Redskins.
Yeah.
Get up by just enough where you feel like the game should be in hand. All we need is one more score, and they will not get it for you. And it's like, okay, that's 5 straight possessions without any points. Like, probably should maybe get a field goal. Nothing. All right,
Yeah.
touchdown.
Yeah.
now I'm over on the couch rocking, praying that the clock runs out. I do not like that feeling, man.
I feel you. But they pulled it off.
They did.
And you got your nap peacefully.
I did.
after that.
I was drained. I was like, I'm taking a nap. I'll talk to you guys later.
So right now, the NFC East, with Dallas winning, with Washington winning, you guys had a bye, so you're 3-2. Dallas is 3-3.
Eagles,
Philly's 3-3, and New York, they're 1-5. I don't think they're doing anything. They might win 3 more games the rest of the year. So I'm not really worried about them in the NFC East, but it looks like it's going to be, 3-way battle for this division so far early. Your girl Desiree is talking a lot of mess. And Desiree, call in 702-608-3259 and talk that mess in real life.
Don't tell Desiree.
Talk that mess in real life.
It's too early. It's too late in the day for psychosis. I can't deal with it right now.
Psychosis. Wow. He pretty much called her a psycho.
Dang, you didn't have to just keep
I'm
going.
just
You had
saying.
to egg it on.
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
my
I didn't
goodness.
call a woman a psycho. Josh did.
Desiree, you know I love you. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I love a lot of psychos.
Desiree still owes me pizza or something.
Doesn't she owe me something too? She
No.
said she's buying me something too.
See, you tried to ride in on my
no,
pizza.
she jumped.
That's
she
what
jumped in
happened.
there.
That's what happened. Steve, don't let him tell you otherwise. I was like, hold on, man, that was my pizza pie.
Wow.
Oh, I'm getting pizza too. I was like, what the? Fine. Oh my goodness.
Somebody should buy
But
me
yeah,
pizza.
no, I mean, as far as NFC East goes, look, everyone's trash.
Wow.
Truthfully, I don't think anybody really has shown. Like, I think the Redskins, if they actually the Redskins are one of it's funny. Liam actually sent me a post from like one of the bloggers from DC, and the Redskins over the last, I think, 60 or like 70 games are like 45-45. Like we're
Wow.
we're like 45-45-1.
Well,
Like it's like we're 1-7 following a win.
Can't get more average of a team than that.
Yeah, we're 1-7 following a win. Like we don't really chain a lot of success together. Like it's always good news, bad news
Yeah.
with the Redskins. So until they break that chain, I'm never. And then also playing the Cowboys, I'm never 100% positive. But the Cowboys, I feel like they're still I don't think they're a very good team. The Eagles, once they finally figure out and realize that they are still the Eagles, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Redskins and
So
Cowboys.
do you think your team actually has a chance to win the division?
I think we have a chance because there's, it is a down year in the
Are you
division.
guaranteeing they'll win the division?
No, definitely not. I will not say
They
that.
win
Come
it
on, man.
right
Make
now.
a guarantee.
No. I guarantee that we will finish the season.
But you're right. There's no one in that division that has consistently, because you could lose and still look consistently good. Like,
Yeah.
take for instance Kansas City last night. They lost the game. They still looked really good. They still put up 40 points. Their defense
Green Bay
needs help. Green Bay,
Yeah.
even when they lose, they barely lose. They still look like they were in the games. You know?
Yeah.
We do have a
Saints,
caller live on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And you better not be an Eagles fan.
Oh, that's Desiree.
You know who this is, and you know where I'm from. Knock it off.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
First of all,
Desiree from Vegas.
I
always
do.
in Philly.
I'm not from Vegas. Please don't do that.
Well, you live in Vegas.
Don't do that.
You're calling from Vegas, right?
I would be claiming Philly. I'll be like, this is Josh from DC.
Wow.
I feel you,
The
Desiree.
Sixers
Don't worry
play
about
tomorrow. I might.
Haters.
The Sixers play tomorrow. I might not be in Vegas.
it. You just going up and fly to Philly.
Must be nice being rich.
Oh, my
Right.
goodness.
Sponsor the show.
No, I told Josh my secret on how I fly so much. So
Yeah,
It's up to him to share.
Desiree works like
What's
37
his name?
Jamaican jobs. So she gets
Oh.
free
I
flight.
thought she had a sugar daddy.
No,
Yeah, that's
no.
what I was gonna say.
That's it. no. She
I
works
am-
hard. She works hard.
I am. Wait a minute. Thank you. I am self-sufficient. I purchase my own tickets, my own flight. Thank you very much.
You can be self-sufficient and have a sugar daddy. Those things are not
they're not
exclusive to one
synonymous.
another. Yeah, like you can do both.
It's true.
No, the way my morals
That's
are set
stacking
up,
up
it
even
doesn't work that way.
more.
I'm sorry,
That
Steve.
is too
That's
funny.
a double
No,
stack.
that don't work
Hey.
that way.
Oh, man.
All right.
Nope.
Yeah, I thought maybe you're dating Mike Muscala's dad or something with his burner Twitter accounts.
Oh my God.
We'll talk about that later in the NBA segment.
Why do you guys still have burner accounts, Desiree? What is going on in Philadelphia?
Need to get rid of burner account.
Wait. I don't know nothing. I know nothing of such thing.
You didn't hear about that?
Ew.
We'll send you the
She heard
article.
about it.
Yeah.
All right, let's
No,
talk
I
about
heard about
football.
it.
Let's talk about football, Desiree. Your Eagles won a game.
Let's talk about the Eagles. Let's talk about the Eagles because all the other stuff, I don't know, these Ginas, I
Wow.
don't get it. These Cowgirls, Deadskins. I don't know why I keep bringing them
Dang,
up.
she called the
consistently tell you
Giants the
guys.
Ginas?
Wow.
I don't know
Wow.
what it means. I have
That's
no
their
idea.
name.
No, they're the little
Wow.
Giants.
That's their name.
Let's be a little bit more politically correct and call them the Giants. I was like, wait,
No, they're
who?
called Ginas.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Ginas. You just take away.
Okay,
a
we know
consonant.
what it means, Desiree.
She's
Okay, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Or
So we
500.
we had really foul games, like that Vikings game. I was so distraught. Like, talk about. And now I was like, what are we doing? What are we really doing? We played like crap, and they won by 2. Oh, well. Moving forward, we came back and destroyed that team I just mentioned. And I think that's going to set us in the pace to realize, like, yo, get this stuff together. Like, get it together. We need to perform as we should be performing, and we're not doing it. So hopefully next with the Panthers, we can come out and show a little better than what we've been doing. I'm kind of sad that the Giants hurt. That hurts my soul as again, but don't sleep on us. Please don't. I think I said the same thing last year. You guys were so hypocritical about us even winning the conference, Quan.
I mean,
And then making Super Bowl,
yeah,
Quan.
but here's the thing: you beat the Giants. You beat the worst team in the division. That's not really like a exciting win.
No,
Which
but we
the
played
Redskins,
well.
they beat
That's what I'm
Carolina. I mean,
saying.
that's
we played.
yeah, but you played the Giants.
I don't care about the Deadskins.
That's fine, but we're talking about the division, so you have to talk about your division if you're going to talk about the division.
You got to care about it soon enough, girl. You got to care soon enough, girl. You got to care.
I'm going to that game, by the way. I'm not sure if you're going, Josh, but I'm going.
No.
Wow.
The way my
the way
accounts are
his
set
sugar
up.
daddy works, the way his sugar daddy set up.
Yeah, we
Not
don't have
gonna
any
do it.
don't have any Oprah situations over here. I don't have nobody bankrolling
You get a
my
plane
life.
ticket. You get a plane ticket. You get a plane ticket.
Horrible. You guys are making me look so bad. Horrible.
No, you're fine.
It's not true.
You work hard for your plane tickets.
Your Philly
I
fandom
do.
makes you look bad enough, Desiree. We don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
Never
See,
forget.
Quan, I'm trying to take you to my I'm trying to take you to my secret pizza spot.
Oh,
And
let's
I
go.
already
No,
owe
yeah,
Josh.
I love
owe
Philly.
Josh.
I love the Eagles.
Yeah, I bet. But I do. I wanted to say, Josh, I have owed you for like a month, but you were avoiding payment for like ever.
Ooh.
I couldn't even pay you. You were like MIA.
I was in and
I
out
do.
of town.
I do.
I was in and out of town.
He's part Chinese these days. So when do you guys play? When do the Redskins and Eagles play?
I think that's in 2 weeks. I believe.
Yeah, it's the week after we play the Jags.
Let me see.
So three more Sundays from now.
2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
It looks
ESPN.
like. Wait.
Let's see.
No, Washington has Cowboys and then Giants, and then wait. I don't even see.
And then the next
Under
game after the
we in,
game.
I know we play you guys.
It's not till December 3rd.
Okay, and then
The last week of the
season.
December.
Okay.
Dang, you got twice in December.
In December, yeah. Because I'm going. It's going to be crazy because I'm going to that game, the 9th to the Cowgirls game in Dallas, and I'm going to the 16th for the Rams game. So it's going to be a crazy month of December. I hope I have jobs when I come back in December.
I don't like going to games in December. It's too that cold.
Little cold in December,
It's too
right?
cold. I've been snowed on for a full game and watched the Redskins get worked by the Cowboys. Like, that was not fun.
And LV Royals basketball said Josh is always MIA.
Dang.
Wow.
I don't even know who that is.
Savage.
Shots.
Just
shots.
That's the
Apparently, that's why they're saying you're
the
MIA.
Las Vegas Royals, aren't they the semi-pro team we got or whatever?
Yeah, but
I believe they're ABA.
ABA?
But why they hate on me? I'm not even sure.
They must know you.
I probably know them, but just don't even know
They
that I
must
know
know
'em.
you.
I know I follow them. I like their
clearly
stuff.
you're MIA. That's
Dang.
what
There's a
this-
girl. There's a girl. I'm just kidding.
Oh, see,
Hey,
there you
getting
go.
personal
Wow.
now.
Already starting stuff.
I'm just joking. It's just a joke.
Just joshing. So when are we gonna do this pizza thing?
Told you I hate that. Don't do that ever again.
He got so bad. He got so bad.
Oh my god, I hate that so much. Oh,
Well, the
where's
pizza
Corey
spot
Foley
is
at?
the pizza spot is closer to Summerlin, so it's over here off of Sahara, between Sahara and Charleston and Jones, I believe that street is. So whenever you guys are ready next week, anytime after Wednesday of this week, I'm available.
All right.
All
But
right.
not available on Saturday.
Let's
I
eat
got
pizza.
practice on Saturday, so
I feel like Josh is gonna go without me.
good.
I would just be like, Desiree,
So good.
Desiree, it's Wednesday. Hurry up. We have to
I'm
figure
in
this out.
Summerlin. I'm on Sahara and Charleston
No, this
right
particular-
now.
This is the only. It's not a chain. It's like a mom and pop shop.
Oh,
But the
okay.
people are the guy's from the Bronx, and the mom, she makes my old law firm is across the street. This mom gets up at 6 in the morning and makes sauce every morning for everything, for all the noodles. I'm talking about, it's so, I'm really picky about my pizza and stuff, but this joint is for real. Like, it's
All right, if I get in there and it's just pizza and it's not an event, I'm gonna trash you.
Wow.
No, I'm telling you,
You
I'm paying,
ungrateful.
so it
You
doesn't
gotta
matter, but-
trust your friends. It's free pizza,
Right.
Josh.
You ungrateful pizza eater.
Hey, look, listen, okay?
No.
There's only a few places that are events. One of them is in Maryland, and then others are in New York and Chicago.
Wow.
So if it's
I'm from Philly. I'm from Philly. My mom migrated
are
to
you?
Brooklyn. So
and
I
this
grew
is
up
not
on East Coast.
cheesecake.
Wait, Desiree, where you from again?
This is. Shut up, Steve.
Oh.
We
Easy
didn't
on
know.
the host.
We didn't
Easy
know.
on the host.
Right.
Shut up,
My
Steve.
point I was making is that all my roots of food, because I don't think you guys know I'm a foodie. Like, I'm a big time foodie, and so I follow tacos and whatever. But as far as it comes to pizza, like this joint, like I'm really picky. Like I don't eat your chain Domino's or pizza. I don't eat that joint. I don't eat that crap. I only eat from this place, and that's about it.
All right.
Baller.
Well, Desiree, thanks for the call. Tune in. We're going to be talking about the Sixers coming up soon. So stay locked in for
I'll
that.
call back then.
All
I'll
right.
call back.
All right.
I'll call back then.
All right.
Bye.
Yo, if you want to call in, hit us up 702-608-3259. We're about 4 minutes away from our NBA preview. But I want to get into Monday Night Football today. We have the Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Niners, I love you guys. And I want you to lose because I want a high draft pick.
Oh my God.
We're not
That
doing
was
anything
so
this
good.
year. Everyone's hurt. We have like 4 players that are going to play today, even though they're hurt. Pierre Garçon is hurt. He's playing. All of our running backs have been hurt. 2 of them are playing. One's out for the year. Garoppolo's out for the year. But C.J. Beathard is just not good. So just lose. Because you do this every year. You have a disappointing year. You play horrible the first 10, 11 games of the year. And then you go and win your next 4 or 5 to end the
Unnecessary
season
wins.
every year. That all it does is messes up your draft stock. So if you would have lost a couple games last year, instead of winning at the end of the year, you could have had perhaps a Saquon Barkley, perhaps a Roquan Smith.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
you just got drafted well. That's all.
Hey,
You guys drafted before us, didn't you?
We draft well.
it's Jimmy G's fault, man. He
We-
didn't want to lose. you know?
Hey, look, we got Deron Payne. I'm very happy with my draft.
That's good.
Mm.
He ran down Brett Olsen from behind yesterday
Listen, I just want good draft picks. So lose. Lose. Please.
and pick a bad pick in the top 3.
Because you're not winning the division. You can't. Even if you win all your games, the rest of the year you're not winning the division.
No.
Rams are losing 2 games the most this year, unless somebody gets hurt. But I don't see them losing more than 2 games this year.
I think they'll lose 4. I think they'll go 12-4.
And the only
I don't know.
way they'll do that is if they have everything locked up at the end of the year, rest everyone the last couple games, they'll lose those. But I don't think they're losing 4 games against anybody in this league playing hard.
I gotta look at their schedule before I just start.
and let's look at that real
saying
quick.
I just want to say, I'm looking at it now, and I don't even know if I see 4 games. Okay.
Really? Let me see.
He said real. And honestly, they really should have and could have lost yesterday in Denver. But there were some bonehead plays by some of Denver's players that cost them some points. So let's look at the Rams schedule real quick, and then we're going to
So-
jump into the NBA.
Next week they play the 49ers. That's a Rams win. Then they play the Green Bay Packers.
In Green
That's-
Bay?
In Green.
In
No,
Green
no, no,
Bay?
no, no, no,
No,
no,
in
no.
LA.
In LA. In
In
Oh,
LA.
in LA. Okay.
In LA.
Saints.
The Saints in New Orleans.
That's 1.
Okay.
Probably
Then
Seahawks.
Then the Seahawks.
I could say that the Seahawks could be 1.
That could be an upset,
Not
but
in
I,
LA.
if I have to pick it,
If
I'm
it was in
taking the
Seattle,
Rams.
they
Well-
might lose the game in Seattle.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they might lose
look,
the game
look
in
at look
Seattle.
at one of those games
Yeah.
as a loss.
Yeah.
And then in LA they play the Chiefs.
That's going to be
November
a great
19th.
game.
That should be a good
That's
game.
a toss-up.
That's a toss up.
I'm at 3.
They got a bye week. Then they play the Lions. Easy win. They play the Bears.
In Chicago in
Chicago.
December.
In the cold.
Ooh.
Jared Goff.
Ooh.
Mitchell, look, and see, these are the times I wish Dave was here because Mitchell Trubisky, he always fries. He's looked good all year.
He's looked good all year.
He has not looked bad. He's looked above average,
Yeah.
below elite, which is a good solid quarterback behind that defense. The Bears are going to be okay if he continues to advance.
And
Go-
let's face it, he's
proceed,
still young.
Steve. I apologize. Proceed.
No, you good. Then they play Philly. After the Bears,
And-
they play
and-
Philly in LA.
And that's 50-50.
That's a 50-50.
And
At
that's
that
when Wentz
point of
got
the year.
hurt last year.
Yeah.
That's the game
Yeah.
Wentz got hurt.
Yeah.
And
that
then
time
they
of year,
play in Arizona,
That's
the
a win.
Cardinals.
and 49ers.
And then
that's
they
a
play
win.
49ers in LA.
But still, you can see,
So
you
it's
can see
possible.
4,
Yeah, you can see 4.
possibly. But it's, I mean, is it likely? I wouldn't say it's likely.
Yeah.
But you took 4 possibles.
Yeah.
But out of those 4 possibles, they're probably going to win 2 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they?
That's what I'm
Did they
thinking.
already?
So that gives them 2 losses.
I'm
They
thinking
they
2
must have already
losses.
beaten the Seahawks. See, look, they
Uh,
barely beat the Seahawks by 2. So that
in
game,
Seattle, and it's
yeah,
always hard to play in Seattle.
Sure.
Even if the Seahawks
are
suck,
trash. Yeah.
there's
they-
something about their home field that they're always playing
I
good
don't
there.
know what the heck is up with that. That's crazy.
It's
they,
weird.
They are hard
They
to
cheat.
play at home.
They cheat. There's something
they-
there.
There's something.
Something in the air.
I mean, other than the first 2 games though, the Rams haven't really like beat up on anybody. Like the Oakland Raiders, it was 33-13, and that game was pretty close to like the last second. They ran back a interception, right?
They rocked the Cardinals.
They blew the
Good Lord.
Cardinals out
34
34-0.
rock.
Yeah,
Jeez.
but then they beat the Chargers 35-23.
yeah, that's a good win. That's 12 points.
The Vikings 38-31.
That was a good
The
team.
Seahawks 33-31, and then the Broncos 23-20.
And real quick, Melissa, if you can call in right now, tell us why Seattle doesn't lose at home, why they're so good at home, why you fans somehow make it good there in Seattle. She's a Seattle Seahawks fan. I'm sorry, guys, but she is. So, yeah, call in if you can, 702-608-3259, and let us know. Yeah, so Le'Veon Bell, breaking news, Steve. Le'Veon Bell is not reporting this week. They have a bye on this week coming up, so he's going to report probably next Monday in time for the game on the 28th. Does it matter if Le'Veon Bell comes back or not for the Steelers the way what's his name? James Conner, the way he's playing right now, doesn't matter because he's putting up similar numbers, and he's been very consistent all year.
I'm going to say that does it matter? No. Does it help? Yes.
Does it, or is it going to be a distraction?
No, I don't think it'll be a distraction. I think that the players, once he's there, if he's there being Le'Veon Bell, they'll be fine. If he's there and he looks a step slow and looks like he's been on the couch for the last 12 weeks, then it's not going to be as friendly. But if he comes in and he doesn't miss a beat and looks normal, everyone's happy to have him. That's a Pro Bowler on your team.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the touches? Are they going to take Connor out for him, or do you think he might be sitting a lot?
Did you see how Big Ben made a joke about it after the game yesterday? And he was like, "This is James Conner's last game. This is a great way for him to go out. Yada yada yada." Like, I think that personally, I would keep Le'Veon on the bench, and that Le'Veon be like the third down back.
Yeah.
And let James Conner go. For at least the next 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, let Le'Veon kind of have his preseason, if you will, and then, phase him back in as it goes. But I think also, but even if you do that, as the games go on, when it's the fourth quarter and we're in a tight game, you're going to put him in.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
Yep. So that's that for the NFL. Who do you got tonight? Does everyone have Green Bay?
Yeah.
I mean, Green Bay's missing some players too, so everyone's hurt, but I don't think it matters. They got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's
and it's in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers and me, you, and Steve would have a shot. We would figure this thing out.
I can disrespect my team. You don't disrespect my team.
He's not even calling plays in the huddle. He's just like, "Come here,
no,
guys.
He's look.
Run 5 yards.
You
turn
run
right."
a button hook. Oh, you don't know what a button hook is? Okay. Just turn around and show me your numbers once you get to the 10-yard line.
Pretend your mama's ringing the dinner bell.
Wow.
Run to the Buick, turn around. Do it to you.
All right, real quick.
That's good.
Jumping into some fighting news.
Oh, man.
Your boy, Habib Nurmagomedov.
That was good.
That was good.
He's trying to fight. He's putting it out there to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Oh, my God.
This is ridiculous. First of all, at least Conor McGregor has boxing skills. Like he's a puncher.
You can't tackle in boxing.
Habib does not throw many punches. He hit McGregor with a couple, but he's not boxing. So at least he's trying now, though. At least he's trying to market something, but I think he's doing it the wrong way. It's not going to sell the same way McGregor did. I hope this doesn't happen. It probably won't happen.
These are the exact words I said about Mayweather, Conor McGregor, which you just said right now. And I knew I was right.
McGregor was a way bigger star than Habib,
very
though,
true,
bro.
very true.
There's a big difference between the two.
Well, and he could
Very
sell a
true.
fight. There's a difference. McGregor was funny.
Yeah.
Like, you could say what you want about that promotional tour. It was funny. They were going back and forth.
And pretty racist, but
well, I
yeah,
mean, on
it got-
both sides. But I'm like, okay, like I will say one thing: when he called him boy, it wasn't in a racial way. That wasn't in a racial way. He was, because he says that about anybody. He says it about white guys. He says it about black guys. So that's how Irish people talk. It's not in a. It's not. He didn't understand. When Twitter blew up on him, he was like, oh. I apologize. Like he legit didn't get it, so I let that ride. But he could sell a fight. Connor's coming out in the mink coat with no shirt on, like, you know what I mean, like he's like
it's a big difference.
He was the Floyd of MMA, so it was a perfect selling tool.
And
for
listen,
that fight.
if this fight does happen to happen, It's because of McGregor anyways.
Yeah.
McGregor made Khabib a household name the last 2 weeks. Nobody knew Khabib unless you really were a UFC dedicated watcher and follower of the UFC. You didn't know who Khabib was. McGregor's the one who marketed that whole fight.
Mhm.
Even in a loss, is still the more popular fighter. He's in Dallas, obviously, yesterday at the Cowboys game, being talked about the whole time. So he's obviously the bigger star. So even the fact that Khabib could even put it out there and get a response from McGregor is credit to Conor McGregor. I mean, a response from Mayweather.
Especially
is
that
credit
quick.
to Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Floyd put out there, call CBS, call MGM, let's make this happen, get your checkbooks, showing that McGregor's all about the money right now, which he should be. He's old. He shouldn't be fighting for anything else but to make money.
I mean Mayweather.
Mayweather, yeah, my bad. They both start with an M.
Yeah. They're the same person, really.
Wow, you're racist.
I sure am.
I don't know how that was racist, but it just sounded racist.
had racial overtones.
Yeah. And a fight this weekend that was actually on ESPN. Shout out to ESPN showing some good fights. Terrence Crawford
Yeah, that was a good fight.
and Jose Benavidez.
Benavidez.
And see,
good
I know
job.
that just because I got family named Benavidez,
Oh, okay. You cheated.
which is showing, that's showing that I'm not as white as I let on to be, but I use the white privilege.
Oh.
I definitely use the white privilege.
Oh.
Wait, what
Bro,
was
if
it?
you could use
What
it,
was
use
that?
it, Steve.
What movie
Wow.
was that where he called him a piece of white bread? What was that? Dang
Wow.
it.
You can't say
Dang
that
it.
to me.
No,
You
I
can't
can't
call me
remember.
white
I
bread.
can't remember what
Don't be
movie that
racist.
was.
Wait.
That
You can't just
what movie was
throw
that?
around the fact that you use your white privilege
Why
and
not?
then be like,
If
don't
you
call
could
me
use
white
it, use
bread.
it. Don't be racist towards me.
Dang it. I'm really trying to remember what movie that was.
This is too many layers to this.
Oh, it was Scarface. It was Scarface. It was Scarface.
Was it?
Yes. Where Tony Montana was getting on. He's like, you piece of white bread.
I gotta watch Scarface again. It's been
That's
too
one of my
long.
favorite moments of the whole movie.
Hey, classic movie right there, baby.
Oh,
Oh, it's very classic.
oh.
It's a very classic movie.
I'll-
My headphones keep dying. That's why I keep plugging them in, folks. So,
I
I
haven't
got
noticed.
those headphones with batteries in them that the batteries keep dying.
Oh. We haven't had our one-on-one shows in a while where I'm just staring at you the whole hour. Dude,
Wow,
remember that?
was weird. That was
No,
awkward.
those
No,
were
you're
good.
just saying that was awkward.
Those were good. Those were good episodes. We had
don't have those one-on-one
we had a kindred connection.
We haven't had those one-on-one
the-
shows where I'm just staring at you the whole
The
time.
white privilege versus black power show.
Yeah, it's very, very uncomfortable.
What we've all been waiting for. We haven't heard that sound in a while. We haven't heard this song in a while, guys.
This
And
is
I'm
a really
excited.
good song. I like this.
Still,
Hey,
still,
Steve, it
still
woke
bad.
Steve up. This song is like coffee for Steve. Wow.
Or nibs.
And hopefully Dave's probably going to call in if he's not hovering over the porcelain throne.
Dave is done. Dave's not calling in today.
I mean, he's chatting right
Oh,
now.
is he chatting? Oh,
he
okay.
is
All
in
right.
there.
All right.
From ESPN headquarters. We think Dave's faking sick today. We
Dave-
had a whole reason why we thought that.
Dave, we know that you're in Big Bear with the children. Stop lying, trying to hold back. We know that you're in Big Bear, Dave. It's all right.
Big Bear.
It's all right.
But we're going to give our NBA preview without him anyways. We want him to be here because he does love the NBA, and he has a lot of analysis for that. But hopefully he does call in. And if you guys want to call in 702-608-3259 and give us your thoughts about the NBA. We're going to be taking our predictions today for MVP, finals matchups, finals winners, and probably even the conference finals matchups. And there's going to be some surprises in there. And you won't be surprised for my answers, but anyways, we do have Dave live on the air right now calling from the restroom. What's up, Dave?
No, just from bed. Just from bed.
Just from bed.
Calling from the porcelain floor of the bathroom.
Yeah.
David Nobles.
Dave, what have you been eating? What have you been
Had to play
drinking?
hurt.
Who got you like this? Who got you sick?
I don't know. I was fine, and then last night I just started feeling really sick.
Wow. So Dodgers won, and then you started feeling sick of all of a sudden. Does this have
Well,
anything to do with your
sick every
beard?
time I think about the Dodgers. No, my beard still looks good. Beard still looks good.
Hey, keep it looking really good. Keep it fresh. Keep it. Keep that beard balm in
Oh,
there.
it's fuller than ever.
Good.
Fuller than ever.
We're gonna donate that hair when you have to shave it off to somebody.
Sure.
I don't know who, but somebody. Maybe Steve. Steve could use some. You got patches.
Steve doesn't have no
I
patches.
just need to,
That mustache is looking a little thin.
Oh, you talking about on his facial hair? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I was like, don't
Wow.
be waiting for that
Wow.
man to go bald up top. That's not
Hey,
fair. Don't be wishing George
Steve-
Costanzo on
Steve,
Steve.
he looked at your
Wow.
hair like you were Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I was worried. I was like, yo, I haven't
Oh,
noticed.
don't
Steve
put that
going
on anybody.
Wow, yeah. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Wow.
Don't put that on us.
I like
Oh,
his
my
hair.
goodness.
I like his hair, Josh.
Hey, it's great. I mean,
And his beard's really good too. So I'm just saying that
Get
because his wife called me a hater. I forgot Steve's wife actually has capabilities to chat now through Facebook. So we are sorry for everything we've said about Steve right now, Mrs. Huff Jr.
Mrs. Huff Jr. Wow.
All right. So we have 4 games tomorrow. The NBA season is back, and I'm hyped up. Josh, not so much. He wore a hockey jersey. Josh, man, your love for the NBA is about to come back this year.
Yeah.
It's coming back,
Yes,
Oh,
Josh.
how could it? He's a Wizards fan.
Oh!
Dave, who's your team?
Dwight Howard is literally already hurt with a pain in the ass.
Wow.
He is. That's but they did say that I forget what else they said that it was. It was
Wow.
like I
If
forget
that's
what
not
it was.
the biggest karma injury ever, I don't know what is.
Oh, it's all right.
So what's his injury?
They were saying that it was his back, but
So
then
it's
they
like
started
a tailbone.
No, but then they started saying that it was
Hemorrhoids.
like something in like he had like
Yeah.
his glute wasn't firing. So I don't know.
Sounds like
Some-
hemorrhoids. Like,
His glute wasn't firing.
I mean, I don't know. He just-
Hey man,
injury report.
that's
Today's
funny.
injury report. Dwight
That's-
Howard's glute
Li-
isn't
listen.
firing, and neither is his free throw.
Listen, that's funny until you gotta go jump and your butt cheek don't respond the way it's supposed to. That's not, you don't want to be on the basketball court when that happens.
You mean to tell me
This NBA preview starting off on a.
You mean to
different-
tell me
On a cheeky foot.
the legit injury
He said
has,
cheeky. CheeKing.
He's got a broken
not
butt.
to be mistaken for the
His
racist
butt
term
broke.
that
Oh,
Desiree's
Wait a minute.
that Desiree's
That didn't
favorite
sound-
Duke player said last
I
year.
didn't say anything close to that. I said cheeky.
I know, but it could have.
No.
It
Come
definitely
on,
did.
Come on now. Come on.
Bruh.
I
Don't-
was letting them
don't-
know that it wasn't that.
Don't even put that in the atmosphere. I'll walk that back right now.
Yeah.
There's no Freudian slips over here.
JJ Redick walked that back too.
Oh no. JJ Redick said it and meant it. And then when the firestorm happened, he realized what he had done.
Listen,
Anyways,
Dwight Howard broke his butt.
Man, that's not funny, man.
I'm gonna laugh at that for about an hour.
That's not funny. Not funny.
Well,
Steve.
hey,
Steve's
just think
tired.
he can now focus more on those post-ups that he loves to do that are so effective instead of running and catching lobs.
We can't just all just catch lobs, Dave.
wow.
As much as you want that to be basketball, just
Look.
screen and pin downs to lobs.
How big is Dwight Howard though? That should be his game.
Well, remember when
That should be, but he loves those post-ups. He's really refined his game all these years too.
wait, Dave.
That's okay. I'm sure,
Dave,
I'm sure the chemistry between Wall and Beal will help him get on the right page.
Dave, better offensive game than DeAndre Jordan? Stop. You had to think about it.
So
Don't even do
Sophie's
that.
choice right there.
No, that's nowhere close to a Sophie's choice. You know better than that. Don't even
I'll take
do that.
DeAndre over Dwight right
I
now.
was just gonna say that, but I'll take DeAndre over
I'll
Dwight.
take DeAndre over Dwight right now.
You've lost your mind.
Not
Hey,
all time,
He's
but
much better for team chemistry.
I bet you both of DeAndre butt cheeks is working right now though.
wow. Steve can not get off the butt right now.
Whoa, that's a,
Hey, that's I don't know. He just wow.
Oh my! How is it already 24 degrees in Lambeau in October?
I don't know, but back to the NBA preview show.
It's cold as I don't know what. Look at my man blowing smoke.
All right,
It's
back to the
freezing.
NBA.
Man, it's cold
All
out there.
right.
All right.
Steve needs more sleep, so we got to get out of here soon. But
Oh no. Let's
yo,
go.
how excited are you, Dave, for the NBA season to be back? I know, I watched preseason a little bit, but I was ready. I've been ready for the season to start. There was a lot of player movement. I think the best player in the league went to the Lakers, so I'm excited about that. But how excited are you, Dave, to have the NBA back?
I know it won't sound like it today because I'm sick, but man, I can't wait. I was talking to my grandpa about it last night. He loves basketball, but I just kept reminding him tomorrow night.
Pop.
Better.
Dave, I'm so excited about the NBA.
Dave, you had to tell Pop. That's too cute. I respect it.
Hey,
I miss it.
91-year-old black man. He's sharper than anybody you know.
Wait, time out.
Yeah, really, right? He just blend that in real smooth. He said he's a 91-year-old
We all use
black
our
man.
white privilege on this show.
Your granddad's
True.
black.
You have a black granddad?
Yeah, not by blood. He's the only one I've ever known.
It all comes together.
And now everything makes sense.
Everything makes sense.
Did
he let that one ride through for a long
Whoa,
time.
like-
Wow. See, well, I
Bruh.
had a white grandfather, so there's that.
wow.
Never would have known. He was the only one that I ever knew too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Makes sense on this side.
And a lot of kids growing up have a grandfather that used to be a woman. So,
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
my
I mean, it's true.
Wow.
Got the Jenners and all right, back to the NBA. Transitioning back to the NBA.
That's horrible.
What?
That's
Kardashians
so
are a good segue to the NBA.
Oh no.
Yeah, they
He
are.
did not say transitioning back to the NBA. That's really, really, really bad.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Come on, Goodwin. This Dave, you need to be here for the NBA preview. Maybe we need to move it to a day you're not sick.
I was trying. I had every intention.
It's all good.
Well, we'll have a few good games to talk about on Thursday. And
Dave,
'cause-
are you
And I will be at work.
you'll be at work.
Because the first game of the NBA season is the 76ers versus Celtics.
That's a good game.
Yep.
Yeah. The second
And
game,
then the Westbrook West Thunder
Yep.
against the Warriors.
Thunder and the Warriors. Is the
Yeah,
second game.
that's a blowout.
Wow.
I will
Westbrook.
tell you,
When's Westbrook going to come back?
Schroeder looks good.
Yeah, ever since
Oh,
he
he
cut
could-
the
it's-
hair and got rid of the
They're
blonde
playing it.
stripe.
Yeah, they're playing it
The
safe.
soul patch.
They're playing it safe with him. He just has to get cleared for full contact. He's been practicing.
Guys,
Talking about Westbrook?
Westbrook.
Okay.
They're just being very careful.
And
Another-
the beginning of the season games don't mean a lot. So, a lot of people start overreacting on these early games, and you can't really do that. Because Boston and Philly right now, tomorrow's going to be a fun game to watch, but it really doesn't reflect what's going to happen at the end of the season in the Eastern Conference Finals, which I think most people, and I'm picking Philly and Boston to be in Eastern Conference Finals, with Toronto right behind, maybe being able to sneak in depending on what Kawhi does this year. Dave, who's your
And
picks?
analysts are all over Toronto.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
Um,
let's face it. Toronto's the same team with a major upgrade. They got rid of DeRozan
Right.
and got Kawhi Leonard. I mean, that's a major upgrade that I think, we might have been sleeping on when that trade first happened. But they're the same team with a major
he looks
upgrade.
healthy too.
But what does that do
Let's hope.
for? My only question is, what is their offense going to be? Because they were such an offensive laden team the last 4 or 5 years.
I mean, who's a better offensive player, DeRozan or Kawhi Leonard? And he brings defense too.
Well, and you also have to remember Nick Nurse has a really big reputation for being like kind of an offensive forward thinker. So you're going to see his system that he was kind of implementing with Dwayne Casey, but now it's kind of full speed. So
Yeah.
I
see.
think they're an interesting team, but I still wouldn't pick them over Boston just because of Boston's depth.
I still feel like they're
It's too deep.
Toronto. I love them. I love them, but after they did Jerome dirty, I'll never love them all the way anymore. They're that girlfriend
Fair.
that got away.
Wow.
They're the girlfriend you let go.
No, I didn't let him go. She got away.
All right.
She just left you?
She just rolled out.
Wow.
Yeah, that one.
You woke up.
But you never. The feelings were still there.
Mm.
Rather
Wow.
raw. That
Mm.
one. We've
Well-
all been there. That collective. Everyone has that.
All right, Dave, way too early predictions. Who do you got for the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals? And then who's winning the NBA Finals?
Oh, I'm going to say Golden State, Utah.
Oh, my God.
And because I just don't, I feel like Melo is bad news. And then
For Houston.
Yeah. I'd love to see a little more out of Toronto, but because I think the Sixers got worse, so I'll say Boston and Toronto. But that could really be interchangeable.
And going to Philly, I mean, they still have their stars. Markelle Fultz is actually in the starting lineup tomorrow over J.J. Redick, which is kind of a testament of how they've seen him in camp in preseason. So for him coming into game one starting, if he ends up being a star and being, who everyone thought he was going to be as a first pick, they're going to have a chance, I think. But they lost a lot of shooting this summer.
Sarge.
No, they didn't
lose Sarge.
They lost a ton. They lost good rotation players. So, and I think some of this with Fultz isn't necessarily that they think he's ready. They just have to psychologically boost him up.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see what's up. I mean, I want to see a Philly-Boston Eastern Conference Finals. I want to see them battling like that. That's just the old school NBA love in me, seeing that matchup again. But I don't know, man. Toronto's right there. But I am picking Philly and Boston for the Eastern Conference Finals. Josh, who do you got?
I think it's going to be the Warriors and I'll say the Warriors and the Pelicans.
Oh gosh,
I'll just go random.
That's fine.
We'll go random. Cause the West, cause look at it this way: the West, you always have an upset.
Yeah.
Somebody always goes down or gets pulled into a war that they weren't expecting, and I feel like the Pelicans will probably be a 3 seed, so they'll stay clear of the Warriors, and until the conference finals, and then they'll have their
Wow.
Just say it,
Pelicans.
Josh. They're gonna lose.
They'll have it handed to them.
They're gonna lose.
They're Dwight Howard handed to them.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And in the East, I think it'll be
The Wizards.
Yep. Hey, you already know me. Can't stay away. I gotta pick my
your
team.
squad.
I think it's gonna be the Wizards and I'll say the Sixers.
Wizards and Sixers. Wait,
Yep.
no Boston.
Nope.
Explain that. Are you expecting injuries?
No, I'm expecting complacency.
All right. So you got Gordon Hayward coming back. You got Kyrie hopefully lasting a full season. You got players that got more experience with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Rozier.
Everyone's saying that they're gonna go.
Probably the best bench in the league.
Yep. All of those factors.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. And who you got win the championship?
Oh, the Warriors.
Three-peat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dave, who you got for the championship?
Warriors, no question. They're going to win one for Cousins, and they're going to win that last one for Oakland since they leave this year. They have motivation this year. They'll be better than last year.
And then this is Kevin Durant's last year in Golden State, by the way.
No,
I don't think so. I think next year is because I think he wants to open that new building in San Francisco.
Yeah, really, right? Like, why are you gonna leave and you getting a brand new, smooth on the water?
Yeah, after that, I'm fairly certain he's gone.
All right, so Dave says 2 more years for Kevin Durant. I say 1. So I got Golden State. And guess who else? LeBron James
Lakers.
and the Los Angeles
Yeah.
Lakers that people are sleeping on. People think LeBron James just got bad all of a sudden because he went to the West. Lakers definitely got better. This team, and I'm not saying this just to be biased, but part of it is being biased. But this team is better than the Cleveland team. Obviously, that was the East, and they just had to face other Eastern Conference teams getting to the finals. But this team is a lot better than that Cavs team.
Oddly enough, I have all the same picks you have.
I didn't even pick my
and-
Eastern Conference teams.
Oh, you did earlier. You said Boston and the 76ers.
Okay, but I didn't pick my
All right, well, hurry
my
up.
finals team.
Hurry
Lakers are taking it all in year 1 of LeBron.
I'm just trying to figure out how How the Niners
Focus,
just
focus,
give up
focus, Josh.
a 60-yard
NBA.
bomb on the first play of the drive.
NBA. It's the Niners.
Wowzers.
All right, Steve, who you got?
Tough time.
For the East, I got Boston and 76ers. And I think Boston wins the East. They have too much depth. They have a great coach. If everybody stays healthy, on paper, they have probably the best all-around team in the league. Not necessarily saying that they can beat anybody, but definitely in the East, hands down. I mean, they have a great team, and I think a lot of those younger players are better or will be better when the season starts tomorrow than they were last season. In the East, I don't see LeBron. I can't bet against LeBron. I don't see him not making it to the finals. I think in the Western Conference Finals, this is hard to say. The Lakers, God, I'm about to say this. The Lakers are going to beat the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. And I don't know how I'm saying that, but
How, Steve? How?
It's probably all this gold and purple over
Steve,
here.
how?
It's not that.
Did you forget about Boogie Cousins?
Okay, guys,
No.
I'm officially
No.
delirious, so I gotta go. I got no more energy for you.
There's nothing else he can say
I
on
love
that.
you all, but
I
I got
respect
no
it.
more.
I respect it, Dave. I respect it.
I swear I heard Steve say that, and I know I can't be right, so I must be sicker than I realized.
Dave, before we let you go, who's your MVP?
My MVP, Giannis.
Giannis.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a good one.
There you go.
More
right.
fast-paced offense, much better coach.
Well, they also say he's got bigger, and they actually said he got taller a little bit too.
Good Lord.
Like, how do you
Well, he
get
clearly
taller?
got stronger.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Mm.
So I'll give our MVPs. Thanks, Dave. Get better.
All right, guys.
All right,
Thank
bro.
Feel better, Dave.
He said it.
I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough for me to bet against LeBron when, no matter what people say, he shows up every year in the playoffs. I don't really care what the Lakers' record is going to be. They're going to make it to the playoffs.
You better care. This is the
If
West.
and that's the thing. Like everybody says they're like, oh, it's the
Three
West,
seed.
it's
I'm
the
giving
West,
them
it's
the
the
three
West.
seed.
But I mean, at the end of the day, once they make it to the playoffs, I think the only shot of them losing is to the Golden State Warriors.
Listen, and they didn't just get LeBron. I think Rondo was going to be a big deal on this team. Lance
Injury
Stevenson
issues.
coming off the bench is nice.
Psychotic issues.
I think
That's fine.
I think Lance Stevenson is a lot better
Go
than he
ahead,
gets
keep
credit
naming.
for. Like,
Keep naming.
because Lance Stevenson only plays bad when he's playing against LeBron. Like that's the only
some
time
of his
to
best
me
games,
that he,
actually.
Lance Stevenson
I
only
don't
plays
know.
good when he's playing in Indiana.
Well,
Yeah, he got
Well, we'll see.
he got cut by the Hornets. He got waived by the Hornets. And Hornets needed players.
and they needed him.
Hornets
they paid him money.
Hornets
and they were
cut
like,
him-
you can go home.
Yeah, Hornets cut him and then went to the G League to find somebody to replace him. So that,
I don't know.
but I
think
think he's going to be. I mean, his personality fits LA. It didn't fit the LA Clippers, obviously, but I think he'll be cool. I think that's a good bench move. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to have to play a lot of minutes. So coming off the bench, I think that's a really good
for that
thing.
role. He's really started to really champion and
Yeah.
get better in that role.
And here's the other thing: the past 2 years, especially last year, the Lakers, all 4 games matched up really well against the Warriors. They played them very good in all the games they played, and adding LeBron to that mix just puts them at a different level. I really do think that. It obviously it's not going to be easy, but I think Lakers can beat the Warriors. And with people sleeping on them, I think LeBron likes the fact that everyone's not picking him to be in the finals for the first time. I think that takes pressure off him, and I think that makes him better for it.
And the Rockets with 5-step Harden took Golden State to 7 games. So it's not like they're unbeatable. It's not like they can't lose.
Pre-Boogie.
I get that, but Achilles Boogie is what you also have to remember.
Yeah,
Boogie.
we don't know how Boogie's coming back.
We don't
Boogie
know
looked
how great
good.
he'll be
Boogie looked good
Look good when?
in those
in
highlight
the hospital.
videos. In
On
the
YouTube?
gym.
In
On
practice?
YouTube?
In the gym.
Everyone looks good in practice when they
Bruh,
put their highlight
I
video
could,
out.
I could put a tape together and look real good in the gym right now.
Boogie
Okay.
looked good. I'm just letting you know.
But he has recovered from that injury way quicker than everyone thought. So
Hey,
he'll
man.
probably be back in the next month instead of February like everybody was initially saying.
That juice get you loose, baby.
The Warriors beat the Lakers overtime by 4.
There was one blowout.
Overtime by 2, by 7. And
Next one's a blowout.
Do.
It's either a blowout or they were blowing them out, and Lakers made it a game at the end.
And 11.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Man, for a team that didn't make the playoffs, it did pretty good against them. I don't know.
if there's moral victories in 0-4, I'll take it.
Well, that's fine.
Hey.
But what I'm saying is they matched up good and then got the best player in the league.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
Very true.
And Lakers obviously have shooting struggles. So they do need to find some shooters, and they have shooters on their team that need to just knock them down. Because everyone's saying Lakers don't have any shooters, but they have Josh Hart who could shoot and who showed at the end of the year he could, and in summer league, KCP. We'll see what he does. He's a good shooter, but I think Lakers are going to be running a lot, and I don't think they need to match the 3-point shooting of the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
They need to match. They need to get back on defense. That's really what they need to do.
Yes.
So that's why I'm picking the Lakers. I really, that's my biased and non-biased opinion for picking the Lakers. And like I said, LeBron won one game in the finals against them last year, almost won another one, and he has a way better team this year than he had last year in Cleveland. That team in Cleveland should not have been close to being in the NBA Finals, and they made it. So it's all good.
Yeah.
All right. Now moving on to the MVPs. Steve, who you got for MVP this year? Dave took Giannis, which I think is a great pick. I think he's going to have a crazy year, especially out there in the East. LeBron's not there anymore, so, the East is wide open as far as who's going to be the best player in the Eastern Conference. Who do you got, Steve?
I think right now, single-handedly, the best player in the Eastern Conference, maybe still, I don't know, I can't say the league, but I'm picking Kawhi Leonard. I think in Toronto, Kawhi will show that he is Kawhi. How far that will get them,
and on a contract year,
yeah,
in a different league,
right.
I mean, a different conference too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
true.
how far that'll get the team, I don't know, but I think this year we're gonna be impressed watching Kawhi Leonard play, and the numbers are gonna show it.
Yeah,
and I think he's definitely MVP.
Okay, Josh, who you got for MVP?
Go outside the box.
All right,
You ready?
hold on. I'm gonna try to guess. You're going outside the box.
Dwight Howard.
Whoa. It's no one
It's
on
not
the
a
Wizards.
Wizard.
No one on the Wizards.
I think you're gonna say Anthony Davis.
No, that's not bad though. That's not bad. I'm actually gonna say Under Armour's newest man. I'm gonna go with Joel Embiid.
Okay. So you think he's gonna play enough games because he's a little
I
injury
think-
prone.
well,
I hope
think-
his endurance is better than it was last year.
I think he's getting to the point now. I mean, last year with him being an all-star, he has enough of the marketability that if he has a good season, people will talk about him and keep talking about him. Giannis faded, and then Giannis wasn't on a good team. I think Embiid, if he's on the second best or the best team in the East, because the Warriors, they kill each other simply because there's so many of them. So you can't they cannibalize themselves. There's not as many there's not nearly as many votes to go around. LeBron, I think with him going to LA, that I actually thought about this yesterday. With him going to LA, it does give him a lot more votes simply because now he is back in a major market.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of hate associated with LeBron, and if he's on the third or fourth or fifth best team in the league, you can't really vote for him.
But like I said, I think he has a lot more help too. So I think during the regular season, he's going to be deferring to Brandon Ingram a little more than he had last year.
Okay. And so that takes away from his value as an MVP. So I think I don't think any because the Celtics are so some of our parts. I don't think that any of them really will gain any real consideration just because it's like me
Same
going
thing like
off.
the Warriors.
Going off one game and then Steve going off the next game.
Right,
It doesn't. We
yeah.
kind of cancel each other out. And I don't think it's Simmons just because Simmons does a lot of little things. Embiid is more
And
showy.
he's still not shooting the ball.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. So yeah.
I-
So I think Joel Embiid.
I like
Yeah.
that pick. I'm only scared that just Embiid won't play enough games.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But because I can't even argue with that pick if he plays a lot of games. But I just
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best
Yeah.
players in the league.
for sure.
And I think I might take Anthony Davis just for the fact there's no one else on his team
Yeah.
to take anything away. I mean, who's the second best player right now?
Drew Holiday.
Holiday. They don't have Rondo there anymore. They don't have Cousins there anymore to take stats away. They have Julius Randle, who's going to help him out, but I think that's going to be a benefit to him actually getting easier points and rebounds and stuff like that. So it really does depend on where they land. If they can land top 3, I'm giving it to Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
If they don't, obviously, you're not gonna get a high MVP vote if you're squeaking into the playoffs.
Same thing with LeBron.
Yeah.
Like if you're the 4th, 5th seed, we can't. I mean, it's sad because Jordan won an MVP like that, being the 5th seed in the league, but he was just that good that it was like, well, we got to give it to him. They don't really do that anymore, and I wish they would.
Yeah, they kind of say the best player on the best team.
Yeah, on the best team, and it's like, no, he has the best team.
Yeah,
like, it's not always that doesn't mean.
Or it's like if we think you should have won last year, we'll probably make sure you win next year.
Yeah.
James Harden.
Yeah.
Well,
Russell Westbrook the year before that.
Yeah.
Like
but Westbrook tore it up with.
Well, no,
a triple double.
Yeah, he was a little. He was that.
And then averaged triple double again last year.
And didn't even get considered.
And they gave it to
crazy.
Harden.
That's such a joke, man.
That's so crazy.
These are the few things the NBA does wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about how great the NBA is all the time.
Well, that's sports writers too that mainly vote for MVP.
Of course, but it's just like it's one of those things where this is something that's got to be like somebody got to step in and say, okay, guys, let's use our brains here. Russell, I can't say the man's name. Russ Westbrook did something that only one player has done, and then he did it again, which nobody has done. And how does that not put you
in the conversation?
In the conversation, combo, you know what I mean? So it's so annoying to see that, and it kind of discredits the MVP because when you look at it and you see, okay, James Harden is the MVP,
like, oh, that's great,
and you start thinking, well, wait, why wasn't LeBron MVP? Why wasn't Westbrook MVP? It discredits everything, you know, and now you kind of don't really respect Harden's MVP as much as the MVP should be respected.
Yeah. And Mrs. Huff said, shouldn't we vote? And the answer to that is no, because we voted in some ridiculous all-stars.
Exactly.
So no.
Our credibility is shot.
Is down the drain with Dave's bile.
It's just a popularity contest when people vote. So
should we talk about the endangered young child that's
No, I got that too.
You got that too?
Yeah.
You're not gonna say anything on there?
I mean, you can say it.
All right.
I just didn't want to.
Endangered.
I think everyone else got
didn't get one.
Too.
You didn't get that. You didn't get that on your phone.
No.
Yeah, endangered missing juvenile male, 16, Vincenzo Paradiso, 5'6", 130 pounds. He's a featherweight. I'm such an idiot.
Wow, only Josh will laugh at a missing child.
Oh God, I need help.
And he's still laughing.
He's got brown hair and brown eyes. Call
where?
North Las Vegas.
North Las Vegas
Police Department. Yeah, doesn't give any like Amber Alerts.
Josh is the only one that could give out a serious report and laugh the whole time. And still laugh.
I didn't laugh the whole time.
Still laughing at it.
Yeah, I mean, I just
turned red. Tears run down the face.
I just said my man was a featherweight. That's all.
Wow.
You didn't find the humor in that? That was actually.
I was about to be like, is this a missing boxer?
Humor in missing kids.
What are you talking about? Wow. No heart, Josh. In the absence of Death Star Dave.
We got no heart, Josh.
We got no heart,
Josh. That's terrible. Josh has all the heart in the world.
Wow.
I love everyone. I laugh at everyone too. Oh.
Wow.
And he's down.
I'm just going to put Josh's face as the screensaver on the TV, bouncing around. You'd be like, why'd it bounce in that corner? All right. So, I'm looking forward to the NBA season. Right now, today, everything's back. Football's going on. Baseball's going on. We're in the playoffs with that. NBA season starting back up. And NHL hockey is here. So, a lot to be excited about in sports. Real quick, I do want to jump into college football. There was a lot of upsets this week. And there was a game that everyone was picking. And me and Dave told you guys what's up. We told you the real deal on this game. The Michigan Wolverines are for real. And they went in and they stomped Wisconsin out.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
What was the score? Was
I'm-
it bad?
I'm
No.
looking it up now.
But they beat 'em.
They definitely beat
They
'em.
handled them.
Yeah.
They definitely handled business.
Did they cover the spread?
I'm pretty sure. What was the spread?
I don't remember, but I think I took a bet on it, but I had lost already early.
I do know this. When I looked up, and I didn't watch the whole game, but I looked up at the score, and I just remember thinking, why did Josh and the intern pick Wisconsin? Like, that's
Well, no,
That's literally
Josh,
all I remember
Josh mentioned that
thinking,
everybody
like-
on ESPN picked Wisconsin too.
No, everybody picked Michigan.
Oh,
Everyone picked
I thought you
Michigan.
said everybody picked
No,
Wisconsin
no,
because I
no.
didn't see the graphic.
No, that was the whole That was the whole point.
Ah.
Everyone picked Michigan. That's why I was like, what? Michigan
Yeah.
hasn't beat anybody.
38-13 was the
Oh
final
no, they
score,
covered
Michigan.
the spread.
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
definitely
they
covered the
lost their
spread.
first game and haven't lost since, and they lost to Notre Dame, who's undefeated right now. So that one loss actually looks better than it did initially. Michigan looks good. Don't sleep on Michigan. I'm putting it out
6-1.
here right now. They're winning the national championship. You heard it here first.
Negative.
Michigan Wolverines will be the national champions in college football.
Michigan won't even win the Big Ten.
They'll win the Big Ten.
Wow.
No.
Who's going to win the Big Ten? Ohio State?
Yes, I
All
would
right.
take Ohio State over Michigan for sure. I trust Urban Meyer a whole heck.
Nobody trusts Urban Meyer right now.
I might not trust Urban Meyer with my daughter, but I trust Urban
Wow.
Meyer a lot more than I trust Jim Brown Khaki Harbaugh. I'll say that
Wow.
right now.
Brown khaki.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer is probably coaching his last year in Ohio State.
Negative, sir.
All right.
That
Remember
man-
this day. Remember this day.
They care more about colleges than they
Yeah.
care about your kids.
That's
trust
right.
me.
And that man's
And
getting
as long
paid
as-
$8
yeah.
million a year, and they brought him back with not even a slap on the wrist.
Man, when you
He
hear
will be fine.
Remember this day.
I will
All right.
remember.
I remember it.
I remember when he's running on the field with that flag behind him next season.
All right, well, we're going to close out the show right now. Anything else? Any last words? Oh, we do have some last words.
We got last.
Unfriended me.
Oh.
Oh, unfriended.
Josh, who you got? I know you got somebody. I know Steve has to
Man.
look his up still.
Yeah, let me look up who I'm
Man.
unfriending this week really quick.
I'm unfriending Cam Newton. I said it before the beginning of the show, which I usually don't do, but I trust you both more than I trust Dave. 'Cause Dave will steal my guy. So
Wow.
wow.
you both are a little bit more trustworthy.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, Cam Newton, you cannot be such a poor sport in such a high standing position. You're the quarterback.
Yeah.
As we've talked about Al Pacino a couple times today with Any Given Sunday. You're the quarterback. You're the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to hold a higher position on the team, a higher position in the league, and you're one of the faces of the league. He basically, to set the stage, the Redskins won. We almost snatched defeat from the jaws of victory again, but we pulled it out, and Cam Newton drove the length of the field and couldn't convert on fourth down, with only a handful of seconds left in the game. And so after the game, Josh Norman, his former teammate, now on the Redskins, cornerback, came up to give him a hug, whatever, and he shoot him off. And and it's crazy because, for instance, a perfect example would be Tom Brady in the game last night. In a hard-fought game, ugly game, not ugly game, but ugly game to lose. Like, you don't want to lose that game. It was a shootout. Both teams played extremely hard. Both teams wanted to win, obviously. And, the Chiefs lose. Tom Brady sprints across the field to congratulate Patrick Mahomes.
But does he do that if Patriots lose?
But he does. He has. I've seen him.
Yeah.
I've seen him go and shake the other, and especially if the quarterback outplayed him.
Yeah.
And Cam Newton, I was definitely apologetic for him after they lost to the Broncos in the Super Bowl, and everybody was ragging on him, and he has to be a better person as far as doing his interviews and all that stuff after the game. But he comes off as a petulant child, and it's unfortunate. So I'm
Yeah.
unfriending him.
You unfriended
yeah.
me.
That's the first time you didn't laugh, Josh. I'm actually unfriending, and I think everybody's unfriended him at least once this year so far. But John Gruden, and I know it's not all his fault, but the Raiders are horrible. And I keep saying it every week. They need to get their act together. I don't care if they suck this year. I don't care if they suck next year. But they need to do something by the time they get to Vegas. Now the rumors are they're trying to trade Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're trying to get rid of everybody.
I saw that pregame. I was like, what?
And listen, I said this before on the show. I'm not sure if Derek Carr comes to Las Vegas with the Raiders. I think they're trying to get rid of everyone and just start from scratch, which at this point I'm kind of getting to the point where I might be for it. But Amari Cooper, I mean, you got to get something good for him. He's a really good wide receiver. Hasn't been playing great this year.
He hadn't been playing great the last 2 years, so I don't know what you get for him now. I don't think.
And they're looking for a first-round pick, which I don't think they get.
I don't think they get.
They don't get that.
Yeah, I said the same thing. Which is unfortunate because he should get that, but he hasn't performed up to that kind of, to his draft
But
status.
is that really his fault? Because there's been a lot of bad throws to him. There's been a lot of no play calls to him when he's been wide open. Derek Carr, ever since he got his money, hasn't been looking good.
Yeah.
He looks a lot like David this year.
Mm.
So I'm unfriending Gruden and just the Raiders in general. They need to pay people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pay some people. They should have never got rid of Khalil Mack. But
Well-
if you're going to get rid of Khalil Mack, you might as well get rid of everyone and just stack up draft picks
Well, they gave
and
all
be
the
a
money.
good team in a few years.
They gave all the money to Gruden, so
There ain't no money
There's none
left.
Yeah, well, that's different money, but I understand. They did give him way too much. But, yeah, he only has, you guys, stop worrying. He only has 9 more years and 10 weeks left of his contract. So don't stress out.
You unfriended me.
All right, Steve, who you got? Who you unfriending?
All right, it's gonna have to be whoever implemented these stupid tackling the quarterback rules that have been put in play this season. Where yesterday we saw a 41-year-old Tom Brady break a tackle. But it wasn't really him breaking a tackle. It was a linebacker afraid to tackle him because he might get fined.
That's
And
crazy.
they were like on the 5 or 6 yard line or something. Brady drops back, and I can't remember his name, and I can't find it right now. But he's a rookie. I know he's a rookie, and he went to tackle Brady. He had him halfway wrapped up,
And let him go.
and then let him go. And I actually watched that play, and I remember thinking, what just happened? Like, I thought, like, why did he because he let him go. Like, Brady didn't break free or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He let him go. And soon as Brady ran in, and my first thought was, he was scared to tackle him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's scared he doesn't get fined or something. And of course, if anybody's, you're going to get fined for hitting anybody, it's going to be Brady.
It's definitely Brady.
Yeah. And so I was just reading now, like, there was a couple, I guess, in the post game conference, he did mention that was part of the reason. It was in the back of his mind,
Wow.
whatever. But this is literally what's happening now. You're starting to see players afraid to make a play,
This is football.
which could have changed the game. It's at least right there they don't score. Maybe they score the next play, maybe not. But at least right there will be no touchdown from Tom Brady. But the one guy who had him wrapped up let him go because he's afraid he's going to get fined.
And I will comment on this because I think it does happen a lot. But now this is the case of it happening so much that now these players that miss tackles are going to use it as an excuse. And I think that's what the Kansas City rookie did.
That's possible.
Because this wasn't a sack. This is Tom Brady as a runner now. So he's
Right.
running.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's grabbing him from behind, and he got shook a little bit. He didn't finish the tackle. So I looked at the play a few times. I think it's a rookie mistake by not getting the tackle, and I think it's like, dang, I missed that tackle. Let me use the excuse of, well,
What
I
can I
didn't want to
say?
get penalized.
What can I say?
Exactly.
I mean,
So
yeah,
that's how I looked at it. But hey, they made these rules so now players can use that excuse, when they miss a play and tell, hey, coach, sorry, I didn't want to get penalized. But Tom Brady at that point was a runner. So, you can tackle the dude as a runner, and you're grabbing him from behind. Yeah. So
Yeah, he didn't.
that's kind of how I feel about that one. But you're right. The fact that so many of those plays are being called, is even giving room for that excuse.
Well, where it happened at, because I'm watching it now, it was behind the line of scrimmage. It would have been a sack, but Brady was running forward. But he's got one arm around him. And maybe it was a weak tackle. Maybe if the rule wasn't so shady right now, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. We would just rule it off as like, that was just a terrible attempt at a tackle. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, exactly.
because when you watch it in full speed, that's kind of what it looks like. Is like, wait, he tried to arm tackle Brady,
Right.
but whatever, I'm unfriending him anyway because the rule's stupid.
All right, well, tune in every Monday, 4 p.m. West Coast time, Thursday, 2 p.m. West Coast time, right here on Guerilla Cross Radio. Download the free Guerilla Cross app. Listen to 24-hour positive hip-hop and sports. We have Let the Ball Bounce every Tuesday, 6 p.m., and Saturday, 2 p.m. We have Speak Live Radio hip-hop show Friday, 5 p.m. We have a live conversation with Dayton from God Over Money, hopefully, because it's supposed to be last Friday. But we're going to get that in. But, make sure you follow everything we're doing. Visit GorillaCross.com. We're revamping the website. And we're going to be having updates for you there daily with all your positive hip-hop and sports news. So download the app today for free. And, we'll see you guys Thursday. Go Dodgers. Go Packers.
Go Packers.